Atlanta hot season is over. Yeah. So Miami Heat, which I'm not going to throw shade, but they beat us 123 to 114. And before I'm about to get ready to get into it, y'all, you know what happened to the NBA rules? When you're the eighth seed, you automatically go into the playoffs. And now, you know, they changed it, and they had the play-in rule, which I really don't like the play-in rule. So they take the bottom 4 teams at the bottom. So really the top 6 teams, they already automatically into the playoffs. But they take the bottom 7, 8, 9, 10, and they go ahead and let those teams play in. Going to play the number 1 seed and number 2 seed. I just think it's stupid. Because really, you know, the Hawks should be automatically like the playoffs. I mean, y'all drop y'all comments. Let me know what y'all think about it. But I believe they're trying to create more games by them having to play in. I'm your girl, Jackie G, a.k.a. Sports Shit. I hope everybody having a beautiful weekend. You know, it's Resurrection weekend. Tomorrow is Easter. I hope everybody doing well. But yeah, let me dive into this. I'm very disappointed, y'all. I'm disappointed in this. The Hawks really gave up a lot of plays, shots that they missed. Like when LeVert shot the 3-pointer, he was wide open. It seemed like we struggled. First half, the second half, like the top of the 4th quarter, like when we had 7 minutes left. You know, you see that, you know, Trae Young shot a deep 3. He got everybody excited. The momentum picked up. And then you had a Conwoo shot his 3. And, you know, he slam dunked it as well. We was up by 5. And I was looking like, okay, like what happened? So when I went back and just looked back, you know, sometimes you do have to go back and look at the game. Because when you're caught up in emotion of the game, you know, you kind of overlook certain things. You might get up and leave and go get you something good to eat, you know, because you do get hungry. When the team not doing what they need to do, you know, you start getting up, walking around. So that's what I did. And I missed a lot of pivotal plays. And I want to say here, you had a lot of guys who did come up. Like you had Niang. To me, I felt like he played a real hustle game. He played pretty well. Now, I know one shot he probably would regret shooting. You know, when he tried to go in and do like the layup, little teardrop shot, he missed that. But LeVert to me played pretty good defense on. He played pretty good defense on Mitchell. He played pretty good defense on him, but I felt like a lot of his shots was real off. You know, especially when we need those extra. You know, I feel like Daniels also had a pretty decent game. You know, he played, I mean, he tried to get steals. He didn't really he wasn't able to get steals and big plays that he normally would have. You know, he had 11 points. You know, just seemed like they wasn't really in it. I didn't really see Zachary Ricochet. I didn't really see too much of Zachary in the game. I wonder why Coach Snyder really didn't put him in the game that much. You know, he only had 3 points. You had Gay had 3, which wasn't much. Conwoo had 28. You know, that was pretty good. Dyson Daniels 11. Trae Young had 29. Trae Young did not shoot good the first half. Second half, you know, he was kind of feeling it out. I mean, he shot for 9 for 22, which wasn't good. He had most definitely had a slow start. You had Terrence Mann had 5. You know, he got into some foul trouble. They had to take him out, but he brought some energy to the Hawks. You know, it felt like they weren't really getting the offensive rebounds to get easy points. You know, a lot of those shots that they could have got, they didn't get. You know, and And Miami Heat, they took advantage of those opportunities. They were able to go ahead and crash the board. And it seemed like a lot of the highest players, they were just sitting like, just standing. Where you had Bam coming up, when you see the ball lingering around the rim, he just got up and slam dunk it. And that's what I'm talking about. They had to play more aggressive. You know, y'all check out Memphis Grizzlies. You had John Morant crashing the board, getting rebounds, doing everything he had to do. His ankle was strained. And he was just out there playing like he didn't have anything going on. And I do want to go back and talk about Nate McMillan. When y'all remember Nate McMillan, he had the guys looking real good. I mean, you know, we went to, I believe, the second round in the playoffs. And it just seemed like Coach Snyder, I don't know, maybe he needs to switch up the way he called the plays. Seemed like it's more like a zone-to-zone play instead of a man-to-man. Because you notice, it seemed like the Hawks, they struggle when it comes to really stopping plays, making plays and stopping plays. You had Tyler Hero was their hero. And then you had Davion Mitchell. They killed the Hawks. They made plays when it wasn't any plays to be made. They created their plays. Tyler Hero came in shooting all around the perimeter. He could not be stopped. And then if you see a lot of plays that Trae Young could really been put more D. But you know, he could been put way more D on Mitchell. And it's like he left him alone. It's too late to try to run up and try to, you know, play D when the ball is already left their hands. I noticed that their defense wasn't tight enough, and that allowed Miami Heat to get a lot of shots, good shots, especially when it wasn't contested, baby. I mean, that's something they really had to work on. Their offensive, defensive rebounds, and playing better defense. And a lot of their players were injured. You had Clint Capella was injured. You know, he normally get all of the lobs. You know, he normally get all of the good slam dunks and the rebounds. And then also you had Jalen Johnson. That's another producer. He normally had 20, I would say 15 or 20 points per game. And they really needed that. So, you know, to me, it's all about who we're going to be able to come through when they needed them to come through. Because, baby, I thought they had this game. Fourth quarter, we were up by 5. The momentum was high. The crowd was energetic. I thought we had it. And then we went into that overtime. It just seemed like we gave up. We gave up so many good plays. So many plays. Davion Mitchell just chewed us up. He dissected us. He already saw how they were able to get easy points. Because they knew all it takes for them just to shoot the perimeter shots. Nobody was really going to contest it. And they won. So Miami got to play Cleveland Cavs, the #1 seed, tomorrow. So that's going to be pretty good, which I know Cleveland it's going to be a wipeout. They're going to just tear the boys up. I truly believe Cleveland just going to go ahead and dog them out. And then you have Boston, Orlando going to play Boston. So, and then I was just watching the Milwaukee game. Milwaukee didn't look too hot, you know, against the Indiana Pacers. And then the game I want to check out is the Clippers. And like Clippers going to be playing against Denver. That's going to be pretty good. I mean, they have a lot of good games coming on today, baby. So I might get ready to get into it. Y'all let me know. Y'all got y'all some collard greens, got y'all beef ribs. What all you cooking? You know, I boiled some eggs, y'all. You know, had to jazz it up a little bit. I got me got some purple eggs, red eggs, green eggs. But yeah, but I'm very disappointed. I'm really disappointed in this loss because I felt we playing at home. We should win this game. We should win. And I really thought it was going to be, I thought Coach Snyder was going to make the necessary adjustments to have to tell them play better D on Tyler Hero. You cannot leave this man wide open. You cannot leave Davion Mitchell wide open. So I'm out, y'all. God bless y'all. I hope y'all have a beautiful resurrection day tomorrow. I'm out.